Welcome to Joe Stunner Boxing. Not a lot to report on this one, really. Christian Mbilli, French Cameroon fighter based in Canada now. He blows away Maciej Sulecki in one round. And he wins something called the WBC Interim Super Middleweight title, which is a completely fatuous title. We don't need it. The real champion is Canelo Alvarez, and of course he is active. So why we have got an interim champion, I don't know. But let's ignore that and concentrate on the fight or what there was of it. Mbilli now moves to 29 wins with 24 KOs. He's got no draws, no defeats, 30 years of age, and a very powerful puncher. I think we can safely say that. He's the type of guy who starts quick, fires a lot of punches from a high guard, sort of crouches down sometimes, like intermittently, just to sort of attempt to sort of break up the rhythm, I suppose, of any opponent, and jabs, and then he'll fire single jabs, but very often they'll be accompanied by an overhand right, and he actually does feint sort of better than perhaps I'd first realised watching some of his fights. I think he's sort of marginally improving bit by bit with each fight, but because he starts quickly, he does have an awful lot of early, first round, second, third round knockouts. But I do think he's improving. Yeah, I do. I really do. I mean, he got rid of Mark Heffron, former British champ, in 45 seconds or something ridiculous, 45 seconds. That was about a year ago, maybe a little bit more than a year ago. But he was taken the 10-round distance by Sergei Derevyanchenko, who doesn't get stopped by anyone. Sulecki beat him over 10 rounds, and that was 2024, 10 months ago. And this was his first fight of 2025, perhaps a little bit surprisingly, because they wanted to give him some momentum. And it didn't last long. Now, Maciej Sulecki, Polish fighter, he's 6'1", he's 36 years old now. He slips to 33 wins with 13 KOs and 4 defeats. And this was the second time in 3 fights he's been stopped. His two stoppage defeats have both been in the last 3 fights that he's had. He was stopped in 6 rounds by Diego Pacheco, again about 10 months ago, maybe, roughly. And this is the second time he was stopped, but by far the most conclusively. I mean, he's seen better days, Sulecki. And there isn't really a great deal to say. I mean, Sulecki, very much an upright, one might almost say a sort of European style throwback to the 70s, 80s, almost the sort of Iron Curtain amateur days. He's got an air of the bolt upright, jab a lot, move a lot type of guy. I suppose when you think of Mbilli's style, perhaps Sulecki's style was made for Mbilli. Mbilli, a quick starter, lots of, move down, jab, overhand right. But Mbilli, up against a guy who's 6'1", a super middleweight who's 6'1", there was always going to be the temptation. I think I'll bank to the body here, which he most certainly did. He fired in a couple of good punches, and in fact, it was a left hook, and then was it an uppercut? It might have been a right uppercut or an overhand right that put Sulecki flat on his back, and this was in the final minute of the round. Now Sulecki was hurt. He knew where he was, that is to say, he was conscious. But when he got up, his legs did not look steady. And in fact, he seemed to sort of get up and then almost half go down again, then get up and then held his hands up. But I don't think you can really blame the referee for stopping this fight, to be honest with you. Because it looked to me like Sulecki, was not in any fit state to continue. He will complain about it. His corner will say, well, it was a hometown stoppage, very quick. But I don't know. He looked in a bad place. And to be honest with you, Sulecki, for most of his career, had a very good jaw. He had a very, very, very good chin. And he's, like I say, the 2 stoppage defeats on his record have been I mean, in his last 3 fights. I mean, he went the distance with both Danny Jacobs and Demetrius Andre. He's got a win over Gabe Rosado. Gabe was always a tough guy. He actually got a 10-round decision over Jack Colquet as well. The guy, back in the day, he could fight a little bit. He really could. But it does look like his best days are long, long behind him. And, you can argue that Mbilli caught him at the right time and so on. But I think Sulecki, it's kind of over for him now. He's 36. Mbilli's power, I think, let's not overlook the speed as well. The speed of the right hand that landed on the chin, and it did land on the chin. I think it was an uppercut. The punches that hurt you are the ones you don't see, as the old saying goes. And with that speed, Mbilli will always give people trouble. But like I say, it was good that he banged a left hook to the body and then brought a sort of very fast right hand up, and Sulecki just didn't see it coming. Next thing you know, he's on his back. It was one of those knockouts where the guy is conscious but kind of seems a little bit shell-shocked at what just happened. But anyway, it was a one-round TKO victory. Goes down to TKO for Christian Mbilli. Is he treading water, waiting for Bud and Canelo to get their work done? Yeah, he probably is. This might be why he hasn't boxed for a little while, for whatever it is. I don't know. Mbilli, yeah, he's fun to watch. He does hit hard. He's fun to watch. He's a bit more crafty than perhaps he gets credit for. But in terms of being elite, of course, the jury is still out. He hasn't fought enough, top men for us to sort of, make that decision. I mean, the other names on his record, Najib Mohammadi, when he was way past his best. I can't think of anyone else offhand that's on his record. Derevyanchenko's probably his best opponent, I'd say. And Derevyanchenko took him the 10-round distance. But then he never gets knocked out by anyone, Derevyanchenko. What a hard, tough man he is. Incredibly tough. So, I don't know, you tell me what you think of Christian Mbilli. How far can he go? Who's he going to fight next? He's going to hang around and try and get the winner of Crawford and Canelo, or he's going to let the belts go up in the air and then he'll pick up a vacant title. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I think he's a pretty good fighter. But the jury is still out at elite level. But you tell me what you think. Perhaps you've got a different opinion. If you have, just leave your comments below. And thank you very much for watching the video. If you did like the video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. I've been up because it's now about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm just about to fall asleep. But thank you very much for watching, and let me know what you think. I'd like to hear your opinions. All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Bye for now.